If your captain, the captain of your club, says this in a post match interview after they've lost 2-1, in the manner as to how they lost 2-1, says this, then it goes to show what's happening behind the scenes. That the players and the managers are probably, I would say, two different planets entirely. And I don't know what else we can say or speak about other than that this team is completely trash. They are inconsistent. The players themselves are just completely confused. The manager is literally out of his depth. And one of the main reasons I think that he's there, it's because Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes are the ones that did the whole data-driven analytics, looked at the replacement for Jurgen Klopp in 2024, saw this manager because their main target, Xabi Alonso, was the one that was going to Real Madrid right after. And they did a 63-page breakdown on this manager in Arne Slot. And yes, I'll be grateful that he has won the Premier League. But in the space of 1 year, you have totally destroyed every single thing that Jurgen Klopp has built. You have broken records that I didn't even know existed. 9 losses in 12. You're telling me, if we look at it this way, if you take the 5 straight wins that we have done or had from August to September, we have literally won 4 or is it 5 games out of 26. I want you to think about that. Liverpool has won 5 out of 26 league matches. That is what Arne Slot is doing. And then you're asking or telling us as a fan base that you know better, you see better, you understand the club at a much more financial or more boardroom level than what is completely existing on the pitch. I've always said this, and you've watched my videos, that an organization that is run well will always exemplify success on the pitch or in any sport or even in the corporate area. Once everyone understands and is aligned to the vision and the mission of what the organization is and where it wants to be, then automatically everything aligns, trickles down straight down to the players. And clearly there is a clear distinction or difference between the boardroom, the management, and the players. And it's right there in front of us. But yet still, we must take it as good little girls and boys and think that we're just delusional fans. It's right there in front of our eyes. And the more I see it is the more that I'm wondering, what exactly is the plan going forward? As I watched a video of someone and they said it, they say it's a possibility, and I'm not lying, it's a possibility that Liverpool might do what they did with Brendan Rodgers. History might repeat itself and Arne Slot is the manager next season. It is a possibility because the Richard Hughes and the Michael Edwards and are so headstrong, and because they don't want to accept the mistake at the boardroom level, they would rather this manager, of course there are mitigated circumstances of injuries and the likes, but it's out of his depth. If you provide, and this is a blame on all fronts. I've praised and I've raved about them, but now I have to put the blame at their feet. If you spend nearly £500 million in one transfer window, and yet still the product that you give us, that the manager, even though he has had injuries, it is the manager who is in charge of the training sessions. And reports have circulated, multiple reports, we call it rumors or not, that the training sessions, the intensity of the training sessions is completely shot. You're saying, another report says that they didn't even stay long on the pitch. It was probably maybe 20 minutes to half an hour on the training pitch before Brighton. For the entire days between Galatasaray and Brighton, they only spent 30 minutes on the training pitch. And you're telling me that I must trust this manager when he can't even provide a proper system to train these players? Why is it that we are being outrun by our oppositions? 27 games out of 31 that oppositions in the Premier League have outrun us. Why? That's not players only, that's management, that's coaching. And if you're telling me you're seeing this, you're Richard Hughes and you're seeing this, and you're Michael Edwards and you're seeing this, then you have to look at the mirror and say, this is probably too big enough for me and I need to step away. Because if they really believe that bringing back Arne Slot next season will resolve most of these issues, I would rather wear this black shirt every single video in mourning and in tears just to see this team suffer even more. I don't think they understand that this Liverpool fan base going to Anfield. And if you believe that this family club that we have are that trustworthy and understanding, then you have another thing coming, because that generation has changed and is changing. No longer will they tolerate failure because they've tasted success with Jurgen Klopp for 8 years, a Champions League, a Premier League, a Club World Cup, an FA Cup, 2 Carabao Cups. And you believe that they are going to sit and look and wait? I think you hit it where it hurts, and that's in their pockets. And if that booze at Anfield against Tottenham, who lost 3-0, by the way, to Nottingham Forest, if you believe that those boos are just, they're upset and disgruntled, you have another thing coming. You have 2 weeks. This international break, you are going to have to sack Arne Slot. Listen, I rather you just get it out of the way, inject some new blood in Steven Gerrard, and try to push Liverpool over the line to get in Champions League. Maybe try and do a run in the Champions League and in the FA Cup, maybe. But just to give some energy. This team looks drained, and it's unfortunate that's and well deserved, because blame needs to be placed at the feet of those players as well. But it's just sad that in the space of a year that this team went from unbeatable champions, so to speak, to now this, a team that is trying to stay afloat, and that is 3 points ahead of Everton, who are in 7th. This is the Liverpool that we rave about. This is the Liverpool that we are fans of. And no longer am I going to be all happy about results. This season is never about happiness. Doing the Champions League, yes, I'll be elated. But that's a long shot to beat the informed PSG, the European champions, to beat either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid in the semi-finals, and then to beat either Barcelona or Arsenal or Atletico Madrid in the final. It's a long shot. I don't see it happening. And the more that we watch this team, they just suck the energy out of you. They drain the life out of you. They drain the joy of watching football. I'm sorry, he has to go. And these players, some of these players need to go as well. Senior players included. Mohamed Salah, you are a legend and you will never be forgotten. You are in the history books. Your legacy is cemented. But you have to go. Alex McAllister has to go. I'm sorry. Love what you've done. You have to go. Cody Gakpo, decent squad player. I can't cuss anymore. He has to go. Alisson, injury-prone Alisson. I love my goalkeeper. He's one of the best ever that I've ever seen in my life. But this cannot be tolerated, and I think he has to go as well. There are a lot of changes that need to happen. Konate needs to leave. I don't care about Konate anymore. He needs to go. But guys, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thank you for the new subscribers. We are on our way to try and get 400 subscribers. We are 96 away. Let's get there. Until next time, guys. Peace.